Hey everyone, it's Mr. Cadell. I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you're easing into the second semester. I'll tell you, genetics is a really interesting topic for me and hopefully for a lot of you. And it's really powerful. It dictates everything about us, all of our characteristics, our health, generally speaking, and a lot about our future. I find that the most powerful way to teach genetics is to have students try to discover for themselves what occurs when genetics goes wrong. It's easy for me to say, "Oh, look at this DNA, and then it's transcribed and then translated, and we make proteins, and here's this organism, and it's flapping as it flies across the canyon." Great, but it's tough for kids to really appreciate all that has happened in order for that to occur. So we're going to look at individual chromosomes that exist in humans. I will tell you that there are 46 in each cell, and it's 23 pairs of two. You get one from your mom, one from your dad. I know you know that, but each of the chromosomes is different. It's different in length, and it's different in the characteristics in which it controls. And these are controlled by what we call genes. And when things go wrong in genes, then different proteins are not created through transcription and translation. And what then we get is we get a disease state. And someone will say, "Oh, so and so's unable to see color or digest a certain vitamin or has trouble hearing or things of that nature." It's because proteins aren't created because DNA is damaged. So, sorry, let's begin here. Um, the state standard that's guiding us working on this is State Standard 2.8a. It says, explain how cells form specialized tissues due to the expression of some genes and not others. So today we're going to try to investigate when genes don't get expressed, what happens. Well, I'm going to have you go to a website in just a moment. Actually, why don't we do this right now? On your Schoology page, you're going to see something that looks like this, and sorry, a link, and you're going to click on it, and you can see here the 23 chromosomes that exist in every cell of your body. It's 22 of these things called autosomes, and then you have these sex chromosomes, XX or XY, depending on your gender. And when you click on this, for any of these on this website, you're going to see this picture. And what you're going to see is you're going to see all these characteristics which can go awry if the correct genes are not expressed and proteins created through transcription and translation. And I want you to be amazed here by all these diseases that you see. And this is just on chromosome 8. And you can click on any of these chromosomes. And then eventually, by yourself or with one partner, you're going to choose a chromosome to study. And then you're going to teach me, and then eventually teach your classmates about some of the diseases which occur when there is a genetic, I guess, mistake in expression of that gene to create a protein on that certain chromosome. So let me go back to my presentation here. So this is, for instance, on chromosome 5, and you can see there's a lot of things here. What I'd like you to do is go to this website for sure first, and then you're going to choose 10 of these, and you're going to put them into Google, and you're going to try to figure out what they are. You can look at the images, and I want you to be respectful of what you see. None of these individuals have asked for these conditions. But I also want you to appreciate maybe your health relative to that person with that characteristic, with respect to that characteristic. So um, I just think it's a good way to humble us all and to learn a lot about the power of DNA in creating characteristics for people. Here's the assignment sheet. You'll see it right here on the Schoology page, or maybe I handed it out to you in class. It says, become an expert on one of your human chromosomes. Choose a chromosome, just one of them, and a single partner to work with. I used to have kids turn in a one-page summary, but that didn't make any sense because they were creating a presentation. And then what I want you to do is create a Google Slides a presentation, and then make sure that you tell me in the presentation which were the 10 diseases that you chose to look at initially in order to choose 3 to really then do a deep dive and study on. For each one of the diseases, Make sure you do A, B, and C. What are the three most interesting diseases that it controls? And then just explain what the disease is for each of them. Go into detail. Make sure that you have pictures. Letter B says, what are some of the symptoms that someone may have? And then what about treatment? Is letter C. There's the link for the site that I'd like you to use to kind of ground you. The site that I just showed you. I'll have that link in the Schoology assignment that you'll see on Schoology. Here's an example of someone who turned in an assignment. This was a couple years ago. They studied chromosome 16. They talked about a disease. They showed pictures. They gave some information on what it was. They talked about symptoms, and they talked about more symptoms, and then they talked about treatment. Maybe there isn't a treatment. S. Wheezy and B. Baby, I don't even know who those people are anymore, probably from a year or two ago. They studied chromosome 6. Whoa. They talked about a disease, symptoms, treatment. Here's a couple more examples. Here's another disease, symptoms, treatment. Here's one more, disease, symptoms, treatment. Disease, symptoms, treatment. So I'm just doing that again and again so that there's no doubt on what you need to do here. Obviously, you can refer back to this video if you need to and look at your handout, which is the assignment. Make sure that less is more. If you notice on the slides that I've been showing you, I like when people go to the internet, they get a bunch of information, and then they distill it down into one sentence or a 5 or 6 or 10 words. Just distill it down. That's your job really here, because anyone could easily go in and cut and paste whatever they want and put in in a product like this. But that's your job, is to distill it down into like bullet points. Make sure that you have a picture with each slide. Make sure that you have a slide that shows me your 10 diseases that you looked at in order to come up with the 3 that you chose to study. This says create a Google Slides presentation. This is the language that's on Schoology. You're going to have the remote day today, Monday, Tuesday. You'll have the remote day Wednesday, and then you'll have a remote day Thursday or Friday, whatever yours is, to finish it. Please complete it with a friend if you'd like. They can even be not in your physical class. I don't care. Just find someone who has me as a teacher this semester. It's due Sunday night, and then email it to me. Make sure that you use Chrome. I found that only works with that website there. And then you're going to present it to the class on Monday or Tuesday. Thanks. I hope you learned something. Thank you.